Right, so the body clock, 24-hour internal clock that controls not just your sleep-wake cycle. It controls when you feel hungry, when you feel thirsty, when you need to go to the toilet, your body temperature, your hormones, all that good stuff, your body clock controls. And you've got your SCN body clock, the suprachyasmatic nucleus. And the SCN body clock, this is the master clock. You think of it as the general. It's located in the hypothalamus of the brain, and it controls all your peripheral clocks throughout your body. So you've got clocks in your pancreas, in your liver, in your digestive system. These are your peripheral clocks, all maintained and all about and bossed around by the SCN clock in your brain. I said earlier that it runs on a 24-hour cycle, your SCN body clock. I was a little bit cheeky, a little bit naughty. It doesn't. It actually, on average, varies from person to person, runs at about 24 hours and 17 minutes. And this 17 little extra minutes may not sound like a big deal, but it's absolutely fundamental to your sleep, this variation. And it's fundamental to us as human beings because, number one, it means we're aliens from another planet that runs on a 24-hour and 17-minute cycle. And number two, it means that without external cues, your body clock is just going to completely run amok. So they've done studies, they've had people in caves.
They've spent 6 weeks in isolation deep inside the Pyrenees Mountains in southwest France as part of a scientific study.
And these people have no ability whatsoever to be able to keep their body clock consistent. Their body clock free runs. It tends to move forward by about 17 minutes every single day. And knowing this is incredibly important because it means we need to be using external cues to reset your body clock at the same time every single day. And the best and most important external cue that we have is the big orange thing in the sky, which is of course the sun. I say it on my channel all the time, get up at the same time every single day and get bright light. Natural is best, or artificial if you can't. And that is the reason why you need to be resetting your body clock every single day to keep it regular, to keep it consistent. So unless you set it like an actual clock every single day, your sleep-wake cycle is never going to know where it stands. Your body's not going to know when to make you feel hungry. It's never going to know when to make you feel thirsty. It's not going to know how to regulate your body temperature. Most important thing you can do for your health, your happiness, your sleep, everything in life, waking up at the same time every single day, getting bright sunlight. You will love it. It will change your life if you do it. You're going to think it's absolutely gorgeous. I would highly recommend it. I started doing it and it completely transformed my life. Little thing, but you will love it if you do it.
I feel happy and fine, living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.
Right, carrying on. So, 24-hour, 17-minute internal clock. And in terms of how it regulates your sleep-wake cycle, about 3 hours before you wake up, you get a massive burst of cortisol. You in fact use about a third of your body's cortisol just for waking up in the morning. When you wake up, you get something else coming into play, which is what I talk about a lot in my other videos, which is your sleep drive. So essentially the only thing that makes you sleep is your sleep drive, and the only thing that builds your sleep drive is wakefulness. If it wasn't for the body clock, you'd wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and then you'd get sleepier and sleepier and sleepier throughout the day until it was bedtime.
You're sleepy.
Hard to get.
Luckily, we've got the body clock to control this. So the body clock, in terms of your sleep-wake cycle, is there to keep you alert during the daytime. So it releases big bursts of cortisol in the morning, and throughout the day, it's going to be releasing adrenaline, cortisol, and histamine. It's going to be releasing wakefulness hormones throughout the entire day to keep you awake during it. As nighttime approaches, if you've got a regular, consistent body clock, you're going to start feeling sleepy at a similar time each night. So if you imagine your sleep inside a box, and that sleep inside a box, that sleep pressure, it grows and grows throughout the day. Sat on top of the box, you've got adrenaline, you've got histamine, you've got cortisol. As nighttime approaches, melatonin comes along, sticks a big pipe in that box and pumps melatonin in that box. You've got your sleep pressure growing, you've got your melatonin. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Body clock comes along, kicks your adrenaline, histamine, cortisol off the top of that box, and then your sleep pressure will slowly burst out the top of that box. You'll drift off to sleep. Lovely, gorgeous, love it. With people with insomnia, it doesn't quite work like this because you've got the added thing of a huge amount of obsession, huge amount of worry, a huge amount of anxiety around your sleep. In a lot of my other videos, I liken it to the analogy of a wolf.
I heard my mother shouting through the trees. You should have seen that girl go shaky at the knees.
And so you've got this big, fat, chubby wolf sat on top of your box, and it's making the adrenaline, it's making the cortisol 10 times as big and ferocious. So you've got all that weight on top of the box. Your sleep pressure, your sleep is still building, but you've got so much weight on top of that box, it needs to build and build and build before it can eventually burst out the box. You need far more sleep pressure in order for that to come out the top of the box. Because people with insomnia, it's not like you never sleep, it's just never predictable, it's never consistent, it's never regular, and you need to get really, really sleepy before that sleep happens. So a lot of what I do in my work is I help people rebuild their pattern of sleep by resetting their body clock, resetting their sleep drive with simple behavioral changes like waking up at the same time every single day, spending less time in bed, getting light first thing. But I suppose the main thing I do is dealing with that wolf, helping you take away that anxiety, that stress, that worry around your sleep, giving that wolf a little pat on the bottom, getting him off that box, saying we don't need you anymore, goodbye, go away, just so that you get your sleep just like everyone else. Like, share, comment, that would be absolutely amazing. And I've got a free sleep program which you'll find in the links of the description. So if you really want to transform your sleep, do have a look at that. All right, until next time, thanks, bye-bye.
Lanson was one of 7 women and 8 men of different ages and backgrounds who volunteered for the Deep Time research project led by the Human Adaptation Institute in France. The mission to scale how humans adapt to extreme environments without the ability to measure time or connect to the rest of the world.
We are under total darkness because we are in a cave and we have to create all our light. And of course, we don't have time information.